doesn't pay the bills, though. That does not pay the bills, unfortunately, as
No,
many
that's
of
right.
us
Yeah.
know.
How's your treacle tart, Dr. Michael?
Uh-oh. No clue what that is. Should I find out? Should I ask?
Sweetheart.
Ah, she's gone to run some errands.
Yeah.
I've been joking to just a few about
Mm.
it's preparing. I sometimes say to people, Cheryl and I are married, just not to each other. And I suspect that's why this all works. I think if we were
Yeah.
actually a couple, we'd be at each other's throats. She wouldn't put up with my crap, probably.
By the way, hello, Broadway Al, and hello, Carlina Delakova.
Hi.
Howdy,
They're a
mate.
couple. They're a couple. Hi, Carlina. Hi,
Hey,
Al.
y'all. How,
Yeah.
We
how
Yeah,
y'all
have
doing?
What?
we've done
All
that
right.
Cockney rhyming slang. We should do CB slang now.
Actually, to both Broadway Al and Carlina, g'day from down under.
Yeah. No
G'day.
worries.
G'day.
from the future. He's
Yep.
actually 14 hours ahead of our time, which is Pacific Coast time. 14 hours ahead. So that means, in essence, nothing.
Mhm.
I was
It
going to
means
make
he could it
some
means he could tell
gambling
us what
reference.
he could tell us what
Sorry?
stocks to buy.
I
That's
can.
right. I
I
was going to
can.
make a reference to that, but
In fact, have you got a pen there, Broadway Al?
Pencil will do.
Okay, so here's the lottery numbers: 1
Whoa.
through 40 could win.
Whoa.
Joe, you're probably aware, which this is closer to you than. Oh no, it's actually closer to Dr. Michael. Uh, Between the east of Russia and Alaska, there's that body of water there, and right in the middle are two little islands. Just going to get the names up. So Big Diomede and Little Diomede Island. Okay, one belongs to Russia, one belongs to the USA. You could almost swim between them. You could take a boat between them, but they are a day apart.
Wow.
One is each side of the international date line.
That's brilliant. That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Mm.
Just had an idea. Kevin, if you want to help with our first effect, you can also promote or mention the open mic magic and perhaps that little known fact. Your balls are showing.
So that's where that's that isthmus where the day starts. It's isthmus be the beginning.
Oh
Tis the
dear.
beginning. Tis the
Joe, you'll
beginning.
discover that Al is full of one-liners. You cannot stop him once he gets started.
Oh, you can stop me all right. Just ask Sue if she comes back within our hour. And once again, I'm sure if Cheryl and I were a couple, she'd probably put a bag or a sack over my head to stop me from talking and drag me away. At least Sue is a little bit more subtle, delicate, gentle.
No, I just let you talk.
Or cement overshoes. Somehow I'd see myself with cement overshoes and I'd be gone.
No, no. I haven't done it yet, so why would I do it to you?
I don't know.
You can always leave them in the pen with the hogs.
Yeah, I don't have the little brown pony.
That's okay. There's some hogs not too far from me, so
That was an episode of Criminal Minds.
Planning,
Okay.
always planning.
Kevin,
Yeah.
can you before you go to bed, have you sent me the latest one?
No, that'll be edited this evening and sent tomorrow. From us, from me. So you'll get
Can
it. You'll get it
can,
today for you.
I can't get it today.
You will get it today for you. Yeah.
Oh, could. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
It depends if your day is his tomorrow.
Yeah.
Pardon?
It depends if his day is your tomorrow.
But it's Sunday for Joe already.
Yep,
That's right.
I'm Sunday, nearly 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Coming up to 8
But just send
a.m.
me the intro and outro, Joe, so I can just edit it all together and just get it off to you in one go.
I'll have to what do you call it? Produce it up. So yeah, I can do that.
I'll give up in the. Oh no, the chat doesn't work with Dr. Michael, does it?
What was that?
Could you drop me in as co-host and I can send Joseph?
Oh, yikes. I've got to make Cheryl co-host. There we go. Thank you for that. I knew I forgot something. Among many other things, that's my point. What else? For those of you just joining us, yes, we are live streaming to Facebook. We're having a blast here, as you can see. No one has fallen asleep. So if no one has fallen asleep yet, we're having a blast. And we'll be starting the show proper in about 5 minutes or so. So I hope you'll stick around and don't judge the rest of the show by this.
Too late. I've been judging.
But you're so judgmental.
Judgy.
Yeah, highlight the mental.
Joe, I've just dropped you in Facebook Messenger my WeTransfer Pro link, so you can send any size you want to that.
Okie dokie.
And we're still waiting on Kev, my video from oh dear, from Paul Abbey. See again, I had
Paul
to
Abbey.
look at my cheat notes. He's apparently got himself a female assistant, and this is some kind of comedy routine, which I can't guarantee, nor will I. But he's going to give me three versions of it, and for me to pick. For me to pick and perhaps add my intro extra and all that sort of thing. So it'll be fascinating. This is the first time Paul will appear on my Friday night show, my first Friday night. Doesn't that feel like I should say every Friday, but I'm avoiding that. The Friday show as a video. So we'll be missing him, but hopefully he'll be in the audience. And I have no idea whether it's a girlfriend or a partner, a lover, just a stranger. He's pulled off the street and said, "Would you like to help me do a trick?"
Ask.
That's how Carlina and I met.
I must have been very sleep deprived, like I am now. I don't remember that.
Seeing we've got a minute, a little. It's about 3 minutes. Or something like that.
3 minutes.
We have
Those
3
who are
minutes.
watching out there in Facebook land, this is a show that wherever you are in the world, you have to go and see. It's called Hades Town. So I know it's in New York. I know it's in the West End in London, but you got to go and see this. Have a look.
Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Show the way so we can see. Show the way the world
There we go. You got to go and see it.
Beautiful. It's funny that you showed that clip because somebody involved with that, and I don't know if it's in England or New York, was on the Graham Norton show just this past Friday. No, this past week. It was 2 weeks old, the show. They're somewhat behind here, but it's funny because it's like, oh, they showed some kind of preview. Um, and I thought, whoa, what an interesting title. But it looks amazing. One more minute to go, kids, before we formally start our show. Um, you all excited? Say yes.
Yes.
I
Micah just entered the room. Yay. Let's just
Hello.
Micah, he's going to be on my show this Monday
no
coming.
way.
Way.
No way. Yay. It's going to be Madcap. We'll have to watch it, even though it's going to be 3 a.m. in the morning. But
No,
it's worth it.
well, for Micah, it's only 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, which is tolerable, and he's usually up. I understand he sleeps hanging upside down. He hangs by his toes. So yeah, that should be no problem. There we go. I just saw that. That's so cool.
So
Um,
it should be 1 o'clock in the afternoon for you, Micah. Is that correct?
1 o'clock in the afternoon. Is that what you said?
Right now.
Oh, correct. I thought we were still talking about the yes, exactly. It is
yeah, we're in
1:01
the same
p.m.
time
in my
zone.
time.
We're in,
Yeah.
hey,
Yep.
it's time to start. So everybody mute yourselves. We'll look forward to seeing our guest Joseph in a little while. And it is just about time. I don't believe it. Do you believe it, Cheryl?
No, not at all.
You may remember me from my television shows in the 1980s and 90s, and now I host two regularly live streamed virtual magic shows. One is a showcase for some of the greatest magicians in the world, and the other is a talk show featuring some of the most inspiring conjurers of our times. Welcome now to Magical People. And welcome everybody to this week's edition of Magical People Live with our very special guest, Joseph McGrail Bateup, all the way from the future, from Australia. But we will be joining him, or he will be joining us in a few minutes. You excited, Joseph? I know I am.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
I am too. We'll see you in a few minutes. There we go. Hey, Cheryl, this is one of my favorite, besides interviewing our guests, of course, one of my favorite spots in the show. And that's where we get to share a wee bit of magic or mind reading or mentalism or something. So I would love to get as my assistant, because you're my partner in magic, let us bring up the great Kevin Peel. Let's put our hands together for Kevin. Yay, Kevin. Yes, Kevin, you've been elected even beyond your wanting to. But thank you so much for joining us this day. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be on the show. I love being on your show, Michael.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you. And Kevin will be guesting as well next Friday on my Friday night Wizard Emporium, doing his wonderful, baffling, mind-melding, am I going too overboard? Effects, and also doing tech for us as well. So we'll look forward to seeing you and all our other guests on that show. But tonight, I want to try something, and it's not an easy effect. We'll just be using a deck of playing cards and a marker. I believe, Cheryl, if you've not already made some sort of prediction, I don't know if you can tune into something or if a particular playing card, without saying what it is, comes to mind. I'd like you at this point, please, to jot it down, and
Oh,
just so that our viewers know there's no hanky panky. We've prearranged nothing, Kevin, is that correct?
No, I'm just waiting for the paper money to hit the account now. No, absolutely nothing.
It's in
Absolutely.
it's in the post. It's in the mail. Cheryl has her prediction there. I think we'll
Yes.
move down a wee bit to this little corner of our stage. And because there's so many colors and numbers, that's one of the many reasons why I so enjoy using playing cards. They work particularly well with mentalism, with thought reading, at least for myself. I want to, if you will, make a prediction, a hunch. I'm just going to write it. I spoil more playing cards that way. I knew I should have brought a sheet of some kind. I'm going to ask you, Kevin, at this point. Now we have a choice. I'm going to give you a number of choices. I'm going to ask you if you want to select a playing card by me moving my pen back and forth and you saying stop, or this is the one I prefer because it's more difficult, dealing cards onto the table in singles and you saying stop. So which would you prefer doing?
Let's go for the dealing cards onto the table and me saying stop.
Exactly as we rehearsed. Thank you. Um,
Absolutely.
it is a full standard size deck of 52 cards, save for the one
Stop, stop,
upon
stop,
which I,
stop, stop,
uh,
stop.
th- okay, your choice.
Two back.
One,
Two back.
one, two. Hmm?
Yeah, so the one that one there, that one.
This one already dealt. Aha. He doesn't make it easy for me, but nonetheless, you're appreciated, Kev. All right. So if this fails, folks, I won't be surprised. I'm hoping at least that part of this, at least Cheryl's part, works. The prediction I made on the corner of the card is the five of diamonds. The card that you really surprised me at, stopped me at, is indeed as well the five of diamonds. And how, from your
Hmm.
end, what was the prediction, the hunch that you made?
I also had the five of
The
diamonds.
five of diamonds as well.
Hey, nice one.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin, for helping us in this experiment of the mind. And of course, my partner in magic, in mentalism,
Cheryl, Cheryl, can
Cheryl.
you get out of my head now, please? It's working.
Uh, Yes, yes. Fantastic. Thanks again. We'll look
Thank
forward to
you.
seeing you on the Wednesday night open mic magic show, which
Yep.
is just coming up in a few days. We always look forward to that. Thank you so much as well for having me on the show as well. What wonderful lineups every week, huh?
We do indeed, and you are now our regular opener, which is great. This
Thank
is
you
nice
so
to
much for
say, and
that.
over to Canada. But,
Thank you so much for having me and let alone open. That's muchly appreciated. Some of the people on your awesome show are actually here tonight in our studio audience. I've noticed Rabina came in, Rabina the Enchantress, who is also guesting on my Friday night show later
and
this week.
and the co-host as well on Wednesday night.
Yes, and actually, I might mention that to everybody. Kevin Peel is one half of a team, of a team, including
Well,
Rabina.
normally she's sitting there, but she's not there tonight because
We miss her. It's not the same. It's absolutely not the same. We enjoy your banter so much, the two of you, and your amiable energy. It's so wonderful. So thank you, Kev. We'll see you on the Wednesday in just a few days around this time as well.
lovely. See you then.
Thank
Righto,
you.
thank you. And I don't know about you if you're excited or not, Cheryl. It's just about time for the guest spot.
Yes, bring them up. Bring them up.
Bring him up, bring him up.
Time.
It sounds like a lynching of some kind. Bring him up, tie him up. There he is, the great Joseph McGrail Bateup. Let's
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. You know, just for this occasion. Oh, hang on. Not the commercial. I didn't do that well. But hang on one second. I'll skip the ad. Here we go. Here we are.
nothing, nothing, not showing up.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is God by sea.
Okay, so it also can't go without you know, doing something like this as well.
I love it. I love it.
Is this the right one? I think it is.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love.
I can't, you know, we had to have that for we're both in the Commonwealth.
We are, and a certain somebody thinks he can absorb us, but he has to answer to our king, actually. But that's a whole other thing. I think
That's
we
another
should,
story.
yeah, and which we won't get into. No politics on this show. But speaking of Cheryl, she's American, and so
Ah.
we should have had the national anthem. However, not hand. Oh, and I can just picture him madly trying to find it. I think he is.
Actually, this to me is the actually this is for me the national anthem for America. Are you ready for it?
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Hopefully there's no. Oh, here we go. If you're not sure what it is, here we go.
My God.
So let me ask you something, Joe. Do all people not from the US and not from Canada think that Dallas is the US? Is like they all walk around with cowboy hats and cowboy
No,
boots?
no, 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 no. Actually, it's a deserted island where there's seven strandaways.
Uh, a part of me, because I consider myself part American because my dad lived in New York City for many years. I grew up in Montreal and we have an affinity, we have a connection to New York City. All the boroughs, I've got family in all the boroughs of New York. Many have moved away, some to Texas as well. So there's something in my heart. We also had the American flag in our home when I was growing up as a child. My dad just loved the US. And we had a framed picture of John F. Kennedy. And my dad seriously would say to me he was a great man, or is a great man. He was still alive at the time. So
Mhm.
that's the way I was brought up, not typically Canadian in a way. So yeah,
I actually have to say that I was brought up. I know what America is like based on their television shows. All right. So,
uh-oh.
those of you who are American, this is what I saw America as. Here we go.
Here's the
Oh no.
story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three
Oh, that's
very
hilarious.
We love
That's
that. We do love that show. We still, actually, Cheryl and I watch Me TV, where that airs a lot because we love the old time shows. We love Leave It to Beaver, which is on. We love Perry Mason. We love all of those shows. So it's funny that that came up. Sundays is the Brady Bunch. Actually, it airs along with
yeah.
a whole slew of other shows. I feel like we're torturing poor Cheryl But in a way,
I'm
it's
used
like
to getting
full home.
abused, so
I love it. I love it. So let's get right down to things. And I might be jumping over Cheryl's notes. We've got a heck of a lot of notes that I've made. Thanks.
Where's your post-it notes? You only had a couple of post-it notes before I
Yeah,
called you.
I had to glue them all together. I'm going to tell our folks out there this thing because I can. You rung me up the other day. You rang me up the other day, Joseph, and he said, "Well, are we going to talk about this or that? Here's some more points." I already had a whole list I'd sent off to Cheryl, I believe. And as Joseph and I are chatting, I'm pulling off all these, I'm writing, oh, okay, this is pronounced like this. What? Oh, there's more? Uh-oh, okay, you've done this. More? So I ripped off about 20, maybe 10 post-it notes with information and potential questions, which I then transferred to something more neat, if you consider this chicken scrawl neat. But one of the things that excites me so much, Joe, and it's not just because I've been on your show, the No Name Trivia Show. Catch it on Facebook Mondays. But as well, and I didn't know that you were a pioneer in that regard. No need to wear a coonskin cap. I didn't mean that. But the Magic Convention during COVID, we just found that out in our little chat, our pre-show chat. And I forced myself into it because I thought, I want to be part of this groundbreaking thing. Will they have me? I had no clue that you were involved with that. Let's chat a bit about that.
Well, in fact, Kevin was part of it as well.
Yes.
Um, and we had some great lecturers. We had Ian McNeice as an actor come on the show, and he's been in TV series such as Doc Martin. I don't know whether you would know that in Canada or the USA. But he was also in the recent Ridley Scott's Napoleon
Yes.
as so he's done a lot of stuff there. He was also in both. Well, there were three versions of Around the World in 80 Days, and he was in two of them. One with Jackie Chan and one with Pierce Brosnan. Brosnan, yeah. What else? We had Magician X. He came on and he did a lecture. And I actually have to ask Kevin. Kevin, can you just put your audio on for a second? How long did he lecture for?
Well, Mark Spellman,
Yeah, Mark Spellman.
about 3 days. He went
Yeah,
on,
it was
yeah,
about five. He did a five or
wow,
6 hour lecture.
yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible.
So that was great fun. And I asked you also before we went to air, Joe, why is it still not happening? There are so many, and you answered me, but I still want to talk around that because I'm very excited. I'll do anything with you to get that up and running or going again. The issue is finances. But, and a couple of friends of mine from Toronto did their version of a magic convention, which was nowhere near the quality, etc., of yours. So I really wish you would do that. I really wish you would do that again, because the
It wasn't.
world, and I'm not being sarcastic, the world does need more magic conventions.
Mm,
Um, a lot of people out there, the magicians are going, yeah, right. There's this and there's that one and there's that one, but there's nothing like this of this
yeah.
quality, of a virtual nature. Nothing close.
Yeah. Look, as I said, it was a artistic success, but financially it wasn't worth it. So that's why we haven't done one since. But there's things like Beat the Balti. I know that you've met Balti, Michael.
Yeah.
Um, but he is probably the quintessential person that any magician would love to have in any video of concept video of a magic trick, because his mouth just hits the floor, and he doesn't know what's going on. Oh, what have we got there? We've got a sharing screen.
Ah, something's coming up. Could it be him?
Oh, could it be?
Oh, no, this is
I don't know
someone
who that one is.
else there. Okay. That was
I don't know
that
what
was
that one
one of
was.
our studio members trying to show something. So,
Ooh.
I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to make Kevin Peel co-host and have him take care of that as well. So it's Esser, his last name is Esser, and you'll know what to do, Kevin. In any case, yes, yes. Um, where were we? Yes, the one that I was on, the No Name Trivia show. How unique is that? Because I love trivia. I don't know if you knew that I loved trivia as much as I do. And I got to answer some questions and ask some questions and throw in some magic effects and all. But the truth of the matter is, I believe that that show is also unique. I don't think anyone is doing a show like the No Name Trivia show. Is that true, Joe?
That is true, and that also did come out of COVID. And for some reason it's still popular, and I really don't know why it is as popular as it is. I still have guests coming from all over the world. In fact, this Monday night, we have this unknown person coming on. No one here would have ever heard of him. His name is what is it? Micah Cover. Does any
The
does
great
anyone know who
Micah
that is?
Kohler.
Uh,
Yes.
uh, yeah, no, he might even be on the screen. I don't know. Is there a Micah in the house? Oh, Micah.
Micah, did we catch you off guard?
Yeah, especially when Emperor Bill gave me the two thumbs down, meaning that I think I'm going to die at the end of this Zoom stream. So thank you for the support. But yeah, Joseph, I can't wait to be a part of your show, man. And I echo Doc's sentiments. It's a real pleasure and honor, and congratulations on such a successful run, man. That's wonderful.
Well, we're in our sixth season now, so
It's amazing.
I can't believe that. But Micah, while you're there, a trivia question for you.
Okay.
What what is um what is the national anthem for America? But I'm not looking for the correct answer. So what's the national anthem of
Uh-oh.
America? What is the what's the name of it? But I'm not looking for the correct answer. I'm in fact looking for wrong answers only. So what's the national anthem of America called? And I'm not looking for a correct answer, Micah. I'm looking for wrong answers only. So
Micah,
go for it.
Micah, go
Wow.
for
Okay. Yeah. So I believe the current popular anthem is Guns, 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 and More Guns by my favorite group, Dallas. That's all they're called. I think they're named after some TV show. But yeah, the song is Guns, 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 and More Guns. And at the end, Bill does this, and one of the listeners listening to the album gets killed at the end of the album. So it's also interactive. It's very immersive. Oh, but look at Bill. Bill cannot get enough of this. He's like, oh yes, oh yeah. So anyway, that is my answer, Joe.
Excellent,
And
lovely. Thank
I
you.
hope
You
it's
are
right.
you are correct at having the wrong answer.
And
Okay,
we'll look
good.
forward to seeing you, Micah. We'll look
Yeah.
forward to seeing you on Monday's No Name Trivia Show.
Can't wait. Can't wait. And
And
I'm glad I was
Wednesday.
wrong about my answer. Yes. Oh,
Excellent.
yes. And I yeah, thank you. Thank you, Joseph. That was a very good question.
Thank you, Micah. There we go. I'm speechless, and I seldom am speechless because oftentimes Kevin will bring up Micah to assist me and Cheryl, and we have a blast because he's so witty and funny. And I get him on my Friday night show. I think I've had him as a guest on this particular show. So you've got a real live wire there in Micah, and his summations about the pre-show. So funny. So funny. So be aware of that. I don't know if you know that he likes to do that, but he'll listen in before the show starts properly, and then it'll be hysterical. So
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyway, let's I want
Anyway,
to
it's not about Micah tonight, it's about me.
yes. Show your sizzle reel just before we went to
Oh,
air. I love it. It shows just a small amount of stuff that you've done, Joe, and I think our public deserves to see it.
all right, here we go. Here's the sizzle reel.
Illegal dumping could cost you more than you think. On-the-spot fines are now in place in the ACT. Your actions, your cost.
To talk you through the approval process is Dazza and Bazza. All right, Bazza, it's your time to shine, mate.
A building approval may be required if you're building, altering, adding on, or demolishing a building. Some building works are exempt from a BA, but if it's determined you need one, then you can't start work until you've obtained it. Also, a BA can't be issued until you have a DA, if you need one. The whole point of a BA is to ensure your structure is safe, energy efficient, and accessible.
You may also need approvals and inspections during and after construction. Right, lads?
Right.
Go to act.gov.au/build buy renovate for more information.
Roberta, do you renounce your name to be now known as Lady Roberta Lees of Glencoe?
I do.
Then, by the power invested me, by Xbox, I now crown you Lady Roberta of Glencoe. Huzzah! Ah, Mr. Jones. And whoever you two are. I'm actually glad to see you. It'd be a shame for you to miss the end of the world after all you've been through to get here.
Welkom aan de Day Boss. Welkom aan de Day Commission Boss Down. Welkom aan de Day Welkom aan de Davis.
You will not stop me!
I forgot about you.
My lords, my ladies, welcome to the annual Crown Tournament for the realm of Canberra. Who here shall take up the challenge? Clan Falcon? Yeah! Clan Raven? Yeah! You know the rules. Word of our referees is final.
Need a Toshiba notebook? Need a service or repair? Having a technical problem? Talk to the laptop experts at Laffy King. The Village Building Company presents Brindabella at McGrail. Affordability in Canberra will take a turn for improvement with the release of Brindabella.
There we go.
Beautiful. Cheryl.
Yes. I do have some information. I see you hold the Guinness World Record for something. What is it for? And are you going to go for it again? If you are not, why?
Okay, so my Guinness World Record was for the fastest time to shoot 10 arrows. Now that is onto a 40 centimeter target. So it had to hit the actual numbers. I actually shot off 11, but only one of them missed, so I had to get another one in there. But the record was 1 minute 0.03 seconds. So I held that for quite some time until I was beaten by a 6-year-old.
Oh my gosh. Are you going to go for it again though?
No, I've already held the title. I've got the certificate up in the lounge room. I made the book. The 6-year-old didn't.
Ooh, did you drop a copy off to him saying, here's mine?
I actually did. I did contact him. I went out of my way to contact him and say congratulations. He was from India. So I kind of rang around and thinking that I might be able to get in contact with the archery club that he was part of, which I ended up finding. And then his father returned my phone call, and I said congratulations to him that way. So I thought that was nice.
That was super sweet. That is super sweet. All right. So let's see. How did you become the town crier?
Ha! Okay, so originally the guy before me got to become the town crier for Canberra and Canberra is the capital of Australia, by the way. Those who didn't know. He got the part of being town crier by a radio competition here in Canberra. So he did it for quite a few years. Then he decided that he was going to retire down the coast and go to Eden, where he's now the town crier down there. But they asked for people to audition for the role, and I auditioned. The funny thing about it was that it was in a very, very small room. Like probably about the size of this little studio here, and it's not that big really. Probably about 3 meters by 3 meters, and I had to in front of about 5 people do a cry, and at full voice in a 3 by 3 meter room. So you can imagine, oh yeah, all that kind of stuff in a 3 meter room, and they're kind of going ah. So that's how I became the town crier, through an audition.
Joseph,
The other guy doesn't like me much.
We have, thanks to Kevin, he's just informed me he's got the Magic Convention promo queued up. So let me, there we are. I say I was gonna spotlight you. There we go. Yeah, beat me to it. Let's have a look at that.
Oh, there's no sound.
There's no sound.
No sound, Kevin.
Where?
Ian McNeice. Micah Kova. Alexandra de Vivier. Mark X. Spellman. It's the World Magic Convention. 5 lecturers, one-day extravaganza. Tickets on sale now at worldmagicconvention.com. Join us on the 24th of September, 2022.
And there's that Micah Kovo guy again.
Thanks, Kevin. Yes. I don't know if any of you remember or caught his appearance, Micah Cover's appearance on Fool Us, on Penn and Teller Fool Us. I didn't know that was the same person. And I came across one of his videos and it's like, I remember that appearance. He blew me away. That and by then I knew Micah. He'd been a guest on my show and Kevin and many other shows as well. So yes, we miss that magic convention. We really do, Joseph. Anyway, I'm not trying to prod you. And sorry for interrupting, Cheryl. Go
No,
for it, please.
no, that's fine. Okay, so now, Mr. Joseph,
Yes. Lord, sorry, please, Lord Joseph, not
Lord
Mr.
Lord Joseph. Most people collect things. Is there anything that you collect?
Dust.
Oh, that's.
Not you, him.
I guess I collect movies. I haven't done that for a long time now that streaming has happened, but I've got a huge video collection, television shows, movies, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's probably what I do collect. Out in the garage, I've got an MGB, a 1967. I'm sorry, 1966 model. So that's in my garage. I guess I collect that. Yeah, that's probably about it. Yeah.
What movies and
Cheryl.
TV shows?
Okay.
Oh gosh. Well, believe it or not, one of them is oh gee, what is the name of that one? What is the name of that? I've got the whole series of that one that goes like this.
Here's the story of a lovely lady.
Here you go.
I was going to ask you, Cheryl, to ask him about his huge pipe organ and kilt as well. But
Pipe? My huge pipe. Hang on. I also enjoyed. I've collected this.
Communicate in English easily.
Not that one. Gee, I tell you what, I've got to try and get these without ads on this. But this is one of those other collection things that I have. They don't make television themes like that anymore, do they?
Which Darren did you like?
Which Darren?
Yeah.
the first one.
No, both. And I love the fact that they never ever gave an excuse why his appearance changed.
It's true.
Maybe Endora did it.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
it
get
just
that.
opened. It opened with him playing golf. The new Darren. I was like, wait, that's not Darren. Apparently, it was a new Darren.
Yeah.
It was Darren. Oh,
They were pretty similar too, though.
not
But
Dick York.
their first names were both Dick. So
Yes.
they were both Darren.
Yes, destined to be.
Yep.
Oh, what is this now? About a kilt?
The kilt. Okay, so as the town crier, I have what you would call livery, and my livery. I've chosen to have the kilt, and it does go back to my origins of being Scottish in the past. I'm not Scottish myself, but it's down the family. So that's why I wear a kilt.
Cool. So, like,
The pipe organ.
what
The
part?
pipe organ.
Do you not celebrate your Scottish history?
Of course, well, yes, I do, but I go to Highland gatherings and all of that kind of stuff. We have a gathering here in Australia called Brigadoon, and that's held in a place called Bundanoon. But every year they change the sign on the railway station, and it's welcome to Brigadoon.
Oh,
So
that's
it
neat.
emerges from the mists and becomes the fable town of Brigadoon.
Oh, neat. Now we did not go back to the pipe organ. Do you play?
I do. I actually started life as I learnt the electronic organ. So I'd been in the Stedfords, all of that kind of stuff with the electric organ. Um, I probably went right through high school playing that instrument, but I had my one of my music teachers was a guy called Dr. Paul Pavia, and they he took me, sorry, to the Uniting Church where there was a pipe organ, and so I used to learn on that pipe organ in the church. I think Michael is talking about because he asked you to mention it. He would have seen a TikTok thing of me playing the pipe organ at the Masonic Lodge in Goulburn. So that's where that came from.
Awesome. Awesome. Go ahead, Cheryl. Sorry.
Oh, I can't hear you, Cheryl.
Muted.
Yeah. Well, you wish. Now, your turn. Your turn.
Me? Oh, as a matter of fact, I was just going to ignore that. We've been chatting a little bit back and forth, and I came across it's your turn. I was just going to say a couple more of us, like our questions, and then,
Sure.
okay, that's cool.
Well, you
I
can
really
talk.
must pay more attention to these cues. I really must. But Doctor Who, I don't know if you love Doctor Who or not, Cheryl. I grew up a little bit on the
Yep.
original Doctor Who.
Oh,
I
there were many
know.
of them. So which original?
Yeah, and what kind of messed me up as a child was because I didn't get the whole concept. I just liked those robots and the Daleks. Ah, I remembered. I don't believe I remember the Daleks. Remember the Daleks. But there was for many years the old Doctor Who, the original, the black and white, the older guy, and then years later, the guy that I liked with the hat and the scarf, and I thought, oh, I guess the old guy must have died, so they got this guy. I didn't know that whole concept. So, talk with us, Joe, about Doctor Who.
Geez, I come up with music stuff straight away, don't I, when you're talking about things? Um, no, Doctor Who has been very important to me. In fact, on the No Name Trivia show in particular, we had a guest come on. Oh, when we in the first year we started, and that was Simon Fisher Becker. Now, Simon Fisher Becker, for those who know the which Matt Smith years. He played Dorian Moldavar, which was a big blue fellow. And so we had him on as a guest. And my original co host, Scott Radburn, he had to go because he started getting work again because it was the time of COVID. And he was an entertainer, so he had to take what he could get. I needed to find a new co host. So instead of having one co host, I ended up having two. I had Balti, as you know Balti. But I also asked Simon Fisher Becker if he would actually become a co host. And of course, he said, absolutely, I'd love to. And in fact, here we go. He has three books out. Let
Oh,
Zygons be Zygons.
wow.
My Dalek has a puncture. And my Dalek has another puncture. So there is three books.
Oh, I
Um,
love it. I love it.
but yeah, he became co-host, and he was very, very forthright of getting a lot of people onto the show, and that included a lot of people from Doctor Who. So I'm very grateful for Simon for doing that as well.
So cool. Now, I'm going to get, as if I haven't been already, a little bit self-indulgent. I want to share with everybody, plus it's washroom time for me. I want to share with everybody one of the segments of myself on your No Name, I almost called it No Name Brand Trivia Show. It's No Name Trivia Show.
You just
Everybody,
just look up there, look up behind me, and then you'll get what it's called.
exactly. Check it out. My guinea pig. All right. Well, tell you what, we'll move this down a titch, which is a unit of measurement. And Phil, can I call you Phil or Philip? Which do you prefer?
Phil.
Phil? Phil is okay.
Phil is okay.
You're going to select red or blue. You notice I reversed it. I should have said red or blue. Whichever one you select will work with first. So just name any color, red or blue.
Okay, red.
Red is good. Red is good. What we're going to do is I'm going to share with you the difference between a magician and a mentalist or mind reader, mentalist slash mind reader. A magician would arrive at a selected card through sleight of hand. A mentalist would arrive at a selected card purely mentally. So we're going to do the magic thing first, simply because I can. And we're going to, I assume this is pretty clear, going to grab a number of cards from about the center of the deck, if that's all right with you. And I'm going to hold them up. It doesn't matter if I see them. It's more important, Phil, that you pick one mentally. Don't tell me right now which one it is, but look at this handful of cards and decide in your mind, keep it very clear on one card. Do you have that already?
Yep.
All righty. So we're going to place those back in the middle of the deck. And now, as a magician, because I'm both, I'm a magician as well as a mentalist, I'm going to it'll be my job to place your card, the card you've seen, the one that you would like to have me find, in a specific place in the pack. So what was that card you remembered, Phil?
I'm going to tell you, yep. It was the Jack of Spades.
Oh, thank goodness you remembered. Okay, so let me just, there. We're going to spell out Jack of Spades, J, A, C, K, O, F, S, P, A, D, E.
There it is.
Jack
Yeah.
of Spades. It really is the Jack of Spades. Now, we'll just place this aside. As a mentalist, I would have to prove to you that I knew all along that you were going to, in advance, I knew that you were going to pick the Jack of Spades. Remember, this blue pack was sitting there the whole time. We're going to do essentially the same thing. It was Jack of Spades, J, A, C, K, O, F, S, P, A, D, E.
There it is.
Spades. There we go. So that is the difference between a magician and a mentalist. One uses mind power and the other one uses sleight of hand. Thank you so much, Phil. There we I had to do that because I so enjoyed, was it a 3 hour extravaganza, 2 hour extravaganza on your
I
show?
think it was 2.5 hours actually.
Yeah, it goes fast. People don't realize when you're asked to guest on a show and they say, "Oh, it's an hour, or it's 10 minutes, or five." It flies by. It goes by so quickly. It's just, and I had a great time. But then I'm also looking as we're doing this show, and it's like, oh my goodness, the sun is rising. So, and it felt very eerie to crawl into bed after the show was over with it being daylight. So yeah,
Well, the good thing about Micah coming on, he starts at 1 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, we could probably go long enough for the sun to come up for him as well. Is that okay?
Cheryl, anything else?
Um,
I've got something to show you. If
Oh,
it's okay.
great.
My
Yep.
daughter, you would have seen on the Xbox commercial there. There was a girl behind me. That was my daughter. Her name is Audrey, and she does a segment on my show as well. So, would you like to see one of the segments the segment that she
Yes.
does?
Say
All right,
yes.
here we go.
Yes.
Roll the credits.
Why should you never leave wooden shoes in the toilet? Because it clogs them.
And of
I
course,
love it.
the credits are actually longer than their segment itself.
That's
How
an
old is
age.
she now?
She's 20 now. So when I started the thing, she would have been, gosh, that's 6 years ago. She would have been 17 or something. I don't know, something like
A
that.
mere
But
embryo. An embryo.
an embryo. But we have a new segment on our show, which you might be interested in. You might not, but you might be. I'm just trying to get something to stop for a second. Why doesn't that? Wow, there we go. So that should be okay. Would you like to see the new segment that we've got?
You bet.
It's about a 3-minute segment, and again, this is some guy that I asked to do something, and he's not very well known at all. But let's have a look at the roving magician. Here we go.
Right, we're live. Right. Oh, this is Blackpool 2025, and as you can see, the dealer's hall, even though it's closed, is still buzzing a bit down there. But it's the end of Sunday. This is the 35th take of this.
About that, yeah.
Because the sound bloody wouldn't work. And I'm with Emily Robertson Hardy.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much, Emily, for joining us for it.
That's okay, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we are on the No Name Trivia Show, which is an Australian. They do a bit of magic, a bit of trivia, a bit of silliness, and even quizzes that don't make sense, like the no wrong answers only quiz, where they do a quiz and then only wrong answers are accepted.
Yeah.
And then the silliest wrong answer wins the prize. Yeah, such as that. So we'll ask you for a trivia question at the end.
Yeah.
But just a little trick about yourself. You just done 2 lectures here.
I have, yes.
Together with Martin, who's created the effect that you did.
Yeah.
But you performed it on Penn and Teller.
I did.
And you fooled them.
I did.
Which was absolutely wonderful, with a routine called the Perfect A-Can. And I should pronounce that right this time.
Yes.
As well.
Yes, you did.
Which is any card with any number, where someone chooses a card, someone chooses the number, you count down to that number, and it's the card. And Emily did that on Penn and Teller. They were blown away.
They were.
Yeah.
They spent actually about
Yeah.
10 minutes deliberating.
Yeah.
And it was just me and Brooke on stage having a nice conversation. And in the end, it just came to that they were actually just verifying that everything that we said about the trick was true, and then it actually abided by all the rules of the show.
Yeah, which there could be no stooges,
No.
no pre-show.
No.
I think those are the 2 main.
They were the main ones, yeah, at least.
And there are a few other little rules probably as well. And it's got to be, you can't claim somebody else's effect as your own.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that went really well. And then Emily performed that twice here. And everybody in those 2 audiences, their jaws just dropped. Because not a clue. Absolutely not a clue. And us magicians who like mentalism, are very annoyed.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
But the outcome of this, you've been made a member of the Magic Circle.
I have indeed.
Which is fantastic.
Yes.
And you're now busy spending all your money.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, I am.
Going round the dealer's hall.
I really am.
Yeah, but you're a student at the moment.
I am.
Yeah. And you come from
Northampton.
And you've got a trivia question.
I do.
Yeah.
So my trivia question is, as I'm part of the Northamptonshire Magicians Club, and it is a fantastic club, which celebrity magician was a part of our club?
Ooh. And we will do the yeah. Thanks ever so much, Emily.
Thank you for having me.
And just for transparency here, my phone up, and we recorded this again, and
Because the first one had no sound.
the first one had no sound.
We love when technology works around
Yes,
here.
and we hate it when it fails. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And back to the studio. Back to you, John.
So
I
that was
love that.
an unknown person. But there was there was a trivia question. Kevin, can you quickly come on? Kevin,
Yeah, I'm here.
come on! Put your
I'm
your
here.
picture on. Okay.
I'm
So
here.
what was the question?
So, what famous magician was a member of Emily's club, which was the Northampton Magicians Club?
Well, I'm going to
Very
open that.
famous, very well known magician.
I'm going to open the everyone with the audio on here. Make a guess, anyone. Bill, who do you think it was?
King Charles.
Who?
King Charles.
King Charles. Micah, who do you think it was?
I'm pretty confident it was Kevin Peel. I think this is a trick question.
Holly, who do you think it was?
Sorry, I have no guess, no clue.
Well, just take a guess.
Houdini.
British.
I don't think Houdini was around in the 70s. Maybe the 1870s, but not no. Gee whizzy. Rabina.
Gandalf.
Rabina. No,
She's
Rabina's not there.
nodded off.
Rabina is not there. Gee
She's
whizzy.
nodded off.
Carlina, do you want to make a guess?
Was it Paul Daniels?
Oh my goodness!
Yes, well done.
Yay!
Thank you.
Wow, that is pretty impressive that you knew that. I tell you what. Hang on, I just want to just before you wrap it up. Oh, where's the short version? Thank you. No, I can't. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, here we go. The faster. This'll do. This'll do.
I was never able.
Not the commercial. Why do I keep getting commercials? I tell you what, I have to buy the full version of YouTube. But here we go.
Thank you very much. Good evening. What's the fastest illusion in the world?
And there we go. There's the
Uh,
fastest illusion in the world.
I love that. That's probably the best version of that illusion I've ever seen. And with McGee, I forget her first name, his wife, his
Debbie.
assistant, she adds so much to that. Thank you for sharing that, Joe.
Debbie McGee.
Yeah. So, Cheryl and I are going to try something, an experiment of the mind, and I'm hoping, Joe, that you'll help us with this. It's not an easy one. I believe that Cheryl, or Lady Chameleon, as she's professionally known as, I know that sounds weird, but we're part of a little team. Um, I'm hoping you have a prediction in some kind of pouch or envelope that you can show in full view. There it is. Excellent. Mostly full view, as much as we could do with green screen. Excellent. So I want to emphasize that it's going to be in full view the entire time. And I'm going to try something, if I may. I made a prediction of sorts, a hunch, if you will. And Joe, I'm hoping we can match minds all the way around. So I have half a mind. So I'm hoping that Cheryl's prediction, my prediction, and your choice will all match. So if it does, it will be somewhat of a minor miracle, but we shall give it a choice. If you a chance rather. If you had to choose, Joe, picture cards or royal cards, as we often refer to them as, picture cards or regular cards.
I'm going to try and go for something that you wouldn't think that I was going to say. I'm expecting that you're thinking that I'm going to say picture cards, but you would be wrong.
I knew you
But
were going to say that.
But you would have known that I was going to say that, so I would actually then choose a picture card.
Picture cards, picture cards. The
But
royal, but there's no ifs,
you,
ands, or.
you would have known I was going to change my mind, so I'm going back to normal cards.
Normal cards, picture cards. You selected normal cards, is that correct?
That is correct.
We shall take the normal cards and place them off to the side for now. Picture cards. Jack, Queen, King. Jack, Queen, King. Select two. Jack, Queen, King.
I'm going for. I've got to check. Do two, have I?
Yes.
Jack and Queen.
Jack and Queen. We will discard the Jack and the Queen. We are left with the Kings. Black or red?
Now, you would think I would say red, wouldn't you? So, on that basis, I'm going red.
We shall take the two red cards out of the stack, which leaves us, whoops, with King of Spades or King of Clubs. Which one do you fancy? Which one? Now, I'm trying. It's very difficult to project a picture of the particular king to you. But when you feel you've received the thought, I'd like you, if you will, to
Well,
verbalize it.
if I was Penn Jillette, I would have gone for the clubs. But I'm not Penn Jillette. So I'm going for the spades.
King of Spades. You can change your mind. You can leave it at that.
I am going to change nothing.
You're a crafty one, you sure are. I love it. I love it. And you're probably the best volunteer, if you will, that I've ever had. No, I've never had as much fun with a volunteer as I have with you. And that's the truth.
Thank you.
You've settled on, excuse me, I believe it was the King of Spades.
The King of Spades is
The King of Spades was my prediction, but I also want to emphasize of the two red cards, this is the only blue card. But not only that, I was so sure that you would settle on the King of Spades that the other two are indeed blank.
Hang on. Oh, wait. Cheryl.
Yes.
Wait. You get out of here. Stop it. No.
We prearranged
Help me.
nothing.
Can anyone help me?
I want to thank you so much for visiting us this day, for being such a fantastic sport, Joe. We could do several shows, we could do several hours. However, I see that most of our audience has left. I'm just kidding. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your, and I know you are busy, you do a million things. Want to thank you so much this day, Joe, for
Thank you.
joining us. Thank you. Wow, what a great ending. That was totally a surprise, Cheryl, was it?
It was a nice surprise.
So, I want to thank everybody for joining us this day. Thank you so much, my partner in magic, Cheryl. And I saw your assistant. She made a brief kind of appearance
Yeah.
near you, Michaela or Mick. we sometimes call her. I want to thank you guys for helping as well. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
And I want to thank most of all of you out there. We are here every Saturday. I roll my eyes, and so does my audience every Saturday. Every Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time versus LA time. And of course, 9 p.m. in the UK. But thank you guys. We'll see you all really soon.